Hello,
pull.
everybody. We're live.
Hi, happy 420.
Happy 420. I have some amazing new concentrates. I'm trying not to smoke them all up because I'm going on a trip and I definitely have already shared pictures with a friend I'm going to be meeting up with.
You do leave in 2 days, right? You're leaving in 2 days. So
well, I'm leaving tomorrow and then I'm leaving for the
right.
Yeah.
So you got 2 days. You could make it there in 2 days.
So
with
I
something.
took so this one, you guys,
What's up, guys?
What's up? This one right here, I took a little tiny rock out of that. Look at this. It is.
Dang, who's that by? What is that and who's that by?
This is 111. This is 111, which I like. You know my lucky numbers. Okay, and then it's live terp crystals. It's a hybrid. It's called Sex Grenade, so you know I had to have it. I mean, there was another one. There was another of these big rocks, and then I looked over. I was like, Sex Grenade. What is that? So I had to have this.
Does what? Okay.
82% of your major THC.
What's up, girl?
What's up? 33% cannabinoid. 900. What does it say? 93.3% cannabinoid action in here. And
dang. Okay.
I mean, it's crazy.
I don't even know, cultivar names anymore. I mean, I know my local because they have some of their own genetics, and then they have just like they have my sour diesel, which I love, so I love to get that from them. But I'm like,
I don't know how to serve
if I walk into a facility that's not the ones that I usually go to, I'm like, what is that? And it really does. Then I'm like, it doesn't even matter what the name is because I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like, it doesn't, it used to be that genetics, kind of, were named after some other,
there was one called
genetic that was like,
there was one in there today called something about a butt, and I was like, we're not going to do that.
Something about a butt.
I don't know what it was called. It was something. Okay. It was something, but something. It was something, but be like.
Now they need to make one that's called something about a butt.
Yeah, somebody create that cultivar, please. Something about a butt. That would be hilarious. I'm looking around to see if I have like a tool nearby because this stuff is kind of gooey. I feel like we're going to need to use this on like a regular, perhaps, rig, or I'm just trying to like tap it so that this comes off of the. Okay. I just had to try it.
Well, we're just everyone that's joining us. We're just waiting for more people to get into the room.
We have an amazing guest today.
Oh my gosh! And then we'll get this party started.
I know. But we do have our banter stuff. We were talking about something the other day. Do you want to just get into the? I don't even know if it's in the show notes. First of all,
my computer died before I was able to do the show notes.
Okay, that's okay. We don't really need them mostly. Wasn't it brown? No, I don't know what it was called. It was called some, and I was like, I'm not going to smoke that. But let me do this first. Let's start here. You are about to get highly educated with the Cannabis Closet podcast. That is where you are. I am Canna Queen. This is MJ. This is an adult content show with no limitations on subject, language, or actions. Opinions, views, and expressions may or may not be that of the hosts and their subsidiaries and their guests. If you are not sure, ask us, we'll tell you, but our face will probably tell you first. So if you just want to check that, it's time to get the session started. So thanks for rolling up and showing up, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Woo,
woo, woo, woo.
Oh my gosh. Super excited.
I remember what I was mad about, so I guess we can just like talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I have another tool, so maybe this will help like scrape it.
And I do have my little articles up, but I was able to get on my phone. I just don't have the show notes. Yeah.
Cool. We don't need no show notes today. We're good.
I mean,
so we were having a discussion the other day about how times they are changing, and some people are just not there and ready to change with those times. And unfortunately, those people are still in charge of shit. It's very frustrating. So I'm keeping it super vague, but basically we were talking about how we're Gen Xers, right? We're in that generation of people. And so we were taught to behave a certain way in, let's call them professional environments, right? There's 0% chance that my mother thought for a second that I would be employed in any way, shape, or form right now. Because why? Because of this, right? They make these, so professionalism was made before baby boomers, but baby boomers really made it a thing. Like, you have to show up in a suit, you have to speak a certain way in the office.
Yeah, we had this discussion kind of the other day. Like,
Right.
if there were two equal candidates and one showed up in, torn jeans and a tank top, and the other one showed up in, what's considered
like a suit or dress
suit,
clothes.
a dress,
who would you hire?
It
depends on the job. For me, if they're showing up for a cultivation job, it's the guy in the jeans automatically. If they're showing up for management, it's probably the other guy, right?
I mean, that's true. Time and play, I guess, and that is like, it's appropriate. I feel like
it used to be everybody would show up like. So here's the thing, is that these people, mostly older white men, mostly baby boomers, have been adhering to these rules for years. They're in charge of things. They own shit. They make these rules. And then when we adhere to those rules, but don't, it's still not pleasing to them, they get mad about it. So let's say, for example, that you are on salary, right? You're on salary, and you can do your job from home. You could do your job from home because it's literally, you could do it anywhere. You could do it from any place that you could get internet. But you show up at the office anyway, right? You're on salary, you work an 8-hour day, you go home, right? But today, the bosses are in town. And they show up after the workday is almost, when the workday is pretty much done or almost done for a majority of the employees. And they didn't ask anybody to stay over to meet with them. And suddenly they're disappointed because you're not at work. Why are you disappointed that I'm not here? I worked 8 hours today for you. It's the end of the day. You didn't ask me to stay. You didn't tell me you wanted to meet with me.
You're gonna see me. Yeah, it wasn't aware.
You're gonna see me tomorrow, right? Yep. Most likely. All of these things. I'm adhering to the rules that you set. You set these rules. I'm adhering to them. I got my job done. I did a full day, even though I didn't actually have to be here to do this, but I still did it from here. And then I went home. I didn't take a lunch break today. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And then I went home, and you're mad because I'm not here to greet you when my day is over. You got here late. Like, you got here late. And it's so frustrating because listen, it lives in white male privilege.
I mean, if anything that has been taught to us in this past 2 years is that you can work jobs from home. One. And the fact that
a lot of jobs.
Yeah, and with gas prices the way that they are, and knowing that
why are you going to make me come in here?
Right. I mean, still our medical patients still have to come in person. And that's just a little bit ridiculous when physicians are far and few between, and when a lot of patients are dealing with, autoimmune disease and are not able to, again, just keep you from.
I've always found that rule ridiculous because we have patients that are unable to travel, and we always have since the beginning.
Always, and again, now there's less and less practitioners available.
And when COVID hit, they were like, "This was crazy." We're gonna get back to that about this male professionalism. White male professionalism. But when COVID hit, they were like, you can do these things All of these things you can order online, you can get it brought out to your car, you can see a doctor online, you don't have to show up, right? And then all of the restrictions calm down. They're like, wait, we can't run the cannabis industry that way. What the fuck are you talking about? We just did it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, it worked perfectly fine for 2 years. It didn't hurt anybody to do that.
Couple of my spots that still like adhere to some of the regulations that they put, or the things that they put into place. Like, I'm like, okay, thanks. Like the hot springs that I go to, they're like, yeah, it's still going to be reservation only, and we're going to limit the amount of people that come in here.
That's
I'm like,
crazy to me.
crazy to me. I agree. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, I'll take a reservation.
But back to the original topic, it infuriates me because I had a friend telling me like a similar situation. I changed some of the details, but I had a friend telling me about a similar situation. And I'm like, even if you're hourly, bro, I don't want you staying if you're not working. Like, I don't have any other work to do. I'm finished for the day. I'm caught up for the week, honestly. I don't know what you want from me. And I work I'm here to answer the emails, the calls, the whatever.
Which still can be done.
You're still disappointed. You're still mad at me for doing my job. You're mad at me for doing my job and doing it efficiently.
Yeah.
Didn't you hire me for that? Isn't that why you hired me?
I feel like it comes down to just communication and expectation.
But that's the thing is even if it's communicated, well, that person leaves at this time. They get in at this time. They leave at this time. Well, it's disappointing. What's disappointing about it? Like, literally, they towed the line for you.
Yeah,
they did it. They did what they were supposed to do. They most likely went above and beyond, knowing this person that I'm thinking of.
No, I mean, my job's always, my salary job's always been like, I work until my job's completed, and so if I get it completed early, if I take my full amount of time, then that's on me, and so
like, literally, I'll be on my paddleboard. Don't even talk to me when my work is done.
I don't know. I just feel like, we are the makers of our destiny, and we can,
I've been proving that every single day this whole year. Even when I've been crying it out. Look at Schnooks is in the comments today.
I'm so happy to see everyone here. Yeah. It's really, thank you all for
you guys love this show. I promise you that. Yeah, like anyways,
that's our so
and the thing is that here's the thing is that millennials figured it out. They figured it out as they were going in, and then they got all the shit that we got, but they said, fuck you, we're not lazy, fuck you, we just wanted like a salary that's worth our time, right? But they called us lazy, and then we worked harder. We were like, well, let's prove we're not lazy, right? And then they took everything from us. Like, our parents' generation took everything that they got handed to them, and they took it away from us, right? And then they said, why can't you pull yourself up by your bootstraps? And now they're saying, I can't believe you don't want to go work. I can't believe you don't want to make your money working. Like, I can't believe that you would rather take a hand. Nobody would rather take a handout. Let me tell you. Okay, I can't say nobody because that's too broad, but a majority of people on this planet do exactly what humans were born to do, and that is strive. We are born to strive. We're born to do better and better and better and better. That's what evolution is about. That's how we evolved.
Yeah, we're not meant to just be slaves.
No,
working
at all.
Away.
So here's the thing.
That's the biggest conspiracy. Is
right.
Like, we're not here. We're not meant to be these like working like.
Right. We're not meant to die working. We're meant like, that's not what this is for. And so the young millennials especially, and then the Gen Z generation, they have figured it out. They're like, oh, you don't want to pay me a living wage? Fuck off. I'm not gonna work here. I'm not gonna work
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna go do
We're gonna go
something
somewhere
else.
else.
And I have said, well, and of course, as I stay with my job, but I've always said to other people, like,
Because we're
you can
practical, because
leave.
we're Gen X are practical. We were taught not to leave a job until we had a job. We were taught that. We were
But
taught that.
yes, yeah. But I mean, I guess that's the thing is that I have in my lifetime cut my nose off to spite my face and like Mike dropped it out of there, out of a couple places. Um
I
and
mean, we
and
all
and,
have.
and
That's what your
landed,
20s are for.
I landed butter side up, so it was
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. No, that's what your 20s are for. That's what you're supposed to do.
But yeah, I'm like now I wouldn't do that. That was like even a
Because you
couple
learned a
times
lesson.
I had to say it out loud, like this is a moment where I would do that, but I can't, so I'm not going to.
That's just growth. That's just like
But
I
it's
learned that
also
lesson.
a better exit. It is a different exit strategy. It is not the cut my
But
nose
I'll
off to spite my face because
but
then I
I'll say
always
this.
do, like.
But I'll say this. If you can hear my voice right now, you don't owe them a 2-week notice. And I stood firm on that 2-week notice. I stood firm on it for so long. But let me tell you something. When I think about it, they don't give you a 2-week notice to find something else so you could pay your rent.
The only person I ever gave notice was were Brian and Lori, and I gave them a year notice. Like they got a whole year out of me because I was like, I'm leaving, and they were like, please don't. And I was like, I'm leaving, and they're like, please don't. I was like, I'll help you find my replacement. It took us 6 months to find my replacement, and we still weren't ready. So I was like, I wasn't ready either. So I was like,
You're
I'll stay
nice.
another 6 months.
They're not nice though. They're not nice like that. Like we were taught, like literally
They
that's our
are. They
teaching.
are. She's still bringing
That's
me
our
back.
teaching. No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
we as a generation are
as a
nice
whole,
to our employers because we don't want to burn the bridge to our employer, right? We don't want to
Right.
burn that bridge because
Right.
they could come in here. It's really we want to use them later, right? But really, at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about you. They're not going to give you a 2-week notice to make sure that that you're not going to be homeless. As a matter of fact, some people have 40-hour-a-week jobs and still live in their cars, not by choice. Not by choice.
Oh my God.
Because that's the best way. Because that's the only way that they could eat and have a roof over their head. It's absolutely asinine to live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world. We could argue the wealthiest country in the world if you talk about the wealthiest few people in the world, in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and people are living in their cars and scraping by to eat with full-time jobs, while the boomers and anybody older than that call them lazy or entitled because they don't want to work for nothing, and for people that treat them badly,
or can't find
treat
housing to work. So like here where I live, there's a housing crisis, and you have workers sleeping 6-8 to a room and paying, it's just crazy. And then the locals that are trying to live here, just can't. It's crazy. They don't care. Sister was like, bye.
While on vacation. So we're not even in a space where I've made money this week, technically speaking, because I'm on vacation. If you get vacation pay, that's very lucky, but a lot of people don't. I feel like you work in spaces where you probably do, but that's not even the point right now. You're not making, like, you're not working, and now you like got to come back to not getting a paycheck while you just took you just went on vacation and spent money. And then you, because you expected to be able to come back and work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that? They don't care. And they'll fire you for stupid shit like they don't even like you or some shit like that. We're downsizing or, and then they'll complain that they don't have enough workers.
Right. Or why isn't this succeeding? Well, because you chopped the department that would have helped you succeed through that motherfucker. Like how, that's what,
Somebody, I was door dashing for a minute to raise money for Queen Kitty seltzers. Solo.to/Queen Kitty, since I'm gonna talk about it. I was door dashing for a minute to raise money to do this. And I was in one of the restaurants, and somebody said to me, because it was taking a long time, and this particular restaurant was it was horrible, and it was fast food, and there's a car line out into the street, and I was inside, and this person said, well, there's obviously a demand for it. And I go, yeah, out there, but there's no demand for this job. Nobody wants this job. They don't pay them enough to be back there. It's hot back there. I've worked in a space like this. It's hot. And then they don't get paid enough. And then people like you come in here and yell at them for being slow when nobody wants to work this job. They don't pay them enough to stay here. And there's 3 people here, and you yelling at one of the 3 people.
Yeah, you're gonna make that person be like, peace out on
There's
that
about
job.
to be 2 people in here. There's about to be 2 people in here. I walked into that restaurant. I've walked into that restaurant where 2 people were working. One was in the kitchen, and the other was running both registers, and packing food. Like, she was expediting and running the registers,
and not getting paid enough.
And not getting paid enough. So, anyways, those are our rants for the day. I know who the fuck it is. Bitch.
Yeah, we know who it is. We shall not name because they aren't paying.
Out of respect for you, we will not name nothing.
Yeah, we ain't getting paid to say their name.
Fuck them. So we have a guest today,
Karma,
and he is amazing. If you guys are following us on our social media, you will have seen in our Instagram story, and I believe maybe our Facebook story too. There was a cake that was online. I'm gonna try to bring it up, but let's bring Josué in and let's talk to him. Let him introduce himself while I go find a picture of that cake. Let me go find that. You introduce yourself. You tell us who you are.
Oh, hi. My name is Josue Luciano. I'm a cake decorator, and I live in Pittsburgh. I'm originally from Puerto Rico. I'm here now.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for
Thank you for having me. Well, thank you so much.
I started following Josué last year. I think when I started seeing your Pride cakes, probably right around Pride, and just fell in love. Like the fact that they're just it's inspired. So you're taking those colors and you're just creating these beautiful scenes, and I just fell in love.
And the good thing is that I sell them to people that have no idea what they're buying. So if they're, because I sometimes I do them, I mean, most times I do them and put them for sale at the bakery, and people buy them, but they don't know they're inspired by Pride Flag. So it makes me happy to know that at least 1 or 2 homophobes have eaten one of my cakes. Like sometimes I've written like happy birthday mom on like a trans cake inspired.
That's like the ultimate like
revenge, right? I didn't tell you guys, but I put those like weed leaves on top because that's like you guys.
Oh my god!
Like the ones on top.
Two on top, the 2 big ones on top. I love it.
Yeah, they were supposed to be like you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so beautiful.
And we're definitely going to make a donation to the Trevor Project, for this, and you'll check out Josué's socials. And if you're in the Pittsburgh area and you want an amazing cake, and these are buttercream, y'all, so it's totally edible. It's not gross.
I'm like, man, if I could be in Pittsburgh, I'd just come pick that thing up.
People have like drove like 5 hours, like the most like 9 hours just from New York, just like 5.5 hours to get here. They get the cake and then they drive back. That's something that I will never do for anyone. I don't like driving.
We're gonna plan an East Coast trip anyway, so we're gonna loop it in to make sure that we're able
I'll be
to.
here.
We should come there.
Where are you
We
going?
don't know yet. I mean, we're really what we want to do, and we need to start like manifesting it, because I am all powerful. I cannot explain it to you guys right now, but I am all powerful, and I know that. So we need to plan an East Coast trip. But when we do, we would maybe come by there and be eating cake and doing the show from the bakery while you made a
Yeah, that'll
cake,
be
maybe,
cool.
or something like that. What's the name of your
Yeah,
bakery?
it's Grandview Bakery. We're in Mount Washington in Pittsburgh. Like it's a
Grandview
very
Bakery.
touristic area, so we get a lot of tourists pretty much every day. Because we
Uh-huh.
have the overlook here, and you can see pretty much the whole downtown city. So
Nice.
it gets crowded here on the weekends. It's very popular.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad thing.
I
That's
mean,
not a bad
I'm
problem
good.
to have.
I'm good with it because I'm hiding in the back, so I don't deal with the people in the front.
So they don't have like a screen so that people can see you decorating the
Well,
cakes.
well, there's a glass
Oh,
there. There's a glass
such a
there.
good idea.
But when I was before, I just get so nervous when people watch me. Like on a video that I record is fine, but when it's live and you have people just staring at you while you're icing 30 cupcakes, I'm like, hi. So what I did was that I just put like a tip jar in front of the glass, so it's like a peep show kind of.
If you tip, you can see what's going on.
Exactly. If for a tip, my shame goes away. I don't care.
Nice. You said you do not want to be internet famous, but I have bad news for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, these cakes are amazing.
Thank you. I just always say that I think people think that I'm more famous than I think I am, and like I just see myself as a normal motherfucker that likes doing cakes, and I like
I love
making jokes too. So I don't know. People seem to like my shit. So
this is cool.
So the other set, your Encanto inspired cakes made waves. So that was another, not only was that a hit. I would love this because yes, I remember this one.
I just saw that one too. Yeah,
Oh, and
that was a
so
whole controversy.
Why
yes.
why is this a controversy?
Because I mean, no one has proven me wrong yet. But I said that I think I invented this, like doing planets with buttercream with the ice cream scoop. Um, People were saying that I was entitled, that I was like over
Oh, were
my
they white
head
people?
because
Were they upset?
usually because
Usually.
they were like
Usually.
imagine you think you created something, and I'm like, yes. Like
Yeah, I
what's
mean,
wrong with
people
someone
create
thinking
things
I created
though.
something?
Like,
And I
no, but
said,
Right.
people create things all the time.
exactly. I said, just show me someone that's done it before, because I look for that. I look for people online to give them credit, but I couldn't find anything like I did. So I just said, I think I invented this, and that
Here we
triggers
go.
people when someone's like confident about their things, about their
Yes.
But
art.
you know what? No one proved you wrong, right? No
No
one
one did.
came
No
at
one did.
you and was like, "Nah, I did this way back." I'm like, and
Well,
see when I
yeah,
did it. Like,
they would say like, oh, people have been doing that since the 60s and whatever, but they don't have pictures because they didn't have cameras back then. So my point was, I said, like, if it's something that's been done before and it's been taught generation after generation, someone has to have at least one picture. Because
Yes.
if it's like a normal technique that's been created and people use it, why there's no other evidence other than
here's the
mine and the
thing:
people that have been inspired by me?
not many people have used buttercream in all of their decoration. They
Exactly.
Yeah,
go to other forms of you
usually
doing
use
this,
fondant.
and yeah, and
Yeah, that's usually what people
That's
use,
what
right?
because yeah, my coworker does it with fondant too, and like another decorator was here when I came up with that idea of the buttercream planets, like in at the bakery. So at least I have witnesses.
I love this Bruno cake. Okay, so Marla's over here just interviewing you for us. So we're just
Oh, I can see the
She's a-
comments. Sorry.
She can say. So, what cake do you want to do that you haven't done before?
Oh my god. Oh my god. People have been asking a lot for like a Johnny Depp cake.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
but
What
I
would
don't
that
know which.
entail? What would that look
I don't know
like?
which.
I mean, which
I mean,
character, right?
I could go third on a pillow, or I could go like any of his characters. I don't know. I was thinking like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or
Yeah.
what
Or
was the
maybe
other?
like
Or
or
Pirates of the
like a cake
Caribbean.
with maybe like a cake with a little bit of all of those. Not the shit on the pillow. That
I
has
like
to be a
scary
separate
stuff.
cake.
You did do an Edward Scissorhand cake.
Yeah, I did.
I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
that one with you
I
did the
love
hedges
this.
around the and
Yeah, that was actually an order from a customer, one of my followers. They ordered
This
it.
Okay,
one?
that's
Oh,
awesome.
the Edward Scissorhands one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. He also, oh my gosh. So who designed your Encanto door? Someone designed you an Encanto door, and
Yes.
after uh
That's
this
cool.
whole
That was
so cool.
that was like amazing. It's one of my followers. She's been following me for years. She calls me mom because we talk like on the messenger, and she's a comedian too, so she like sends me stuff when she gets like a stand-up comedy, or she's on our magazine or something. And she's great with like editing images, and she did that for me, and that was like one of the best fan art that I've ever had. I actually put it on a shirt and I wear it to work a lot.
It's
Nice.
really cool. It's really
I
awesome.
didn't think I was gonna like Encanto as much as I did.
Oh, I'm
I
telling
think
you.
a lot of
let-
people started that way, like, and then it was something. I mean, I think yeah.
I listen 24/7. This movie is in my head. I'm singing the songs as I'm going through these pictures.
I have
I'm
the
like,
songs
it's
in my,
in my head.
playlist every day.
They're just there. It's just in my head. I turn this movie on so often, and I sing it around the house. I'd be like, "We don't talk about Bruno." I'd be like, all
I
over the house.
remember when I started getting comments of like people like, "Oh, you should do Encanto cakes," and I'm like, I never seen Encanto, and then I watched it and I was like,
And then you
my
watch
life
it.
changed. My
It's
life changed.
forever. You know
It's-
why? Is because there's the antagonist in the movie. I mean, we could argue it's Abuela, right? But the antagonist in the movie is just really just about life. It's about like how do we treat each other, and how do we get blinded by things, and how does life happen? How do we come back together?
Be yourself.
Being yourself. You don't like, you are special in the person that you are, right? It's so
And you don't need a
crazy.
gift to be special, I guess.
Yeah, well, she did have a gift, but
She did have a gift. Yeah, she did have a
The
gift.
whole
It's
time
just,
she had a
yes.
gift. They was just, she
making
didn't
people
have a
believe in
door.
herself.
She just didn't get a door.
Making people believe in who they are. And she was always very kind-hearted, and she had a very special relationship with Casita.
Mhm.
She had
That is
very
true.
like better
Casita's
than
like the best
anybody else.
character.
Yes. Okay, so we have more questions from our guest host Marla. Marla would like to know if anybody else has questions too. Please feel free to ask. What made you decide to use your talent for cake making?
And how long have you been decorating?
Well, I always liked painting and drawing since I was like in kindergarten, and like I never did sports or anything. I just like drew when I was in school, and I did like, a couple of like contests. But then I never considered to have like a career out of it. So I went to college for psychology, and then I was working at a supermarket, and I was cutting fruit over there. And then they had the position to do cakes, and I always like doing cakes at my house with my cousins. They all look terrible. They all look like shit, but we had fun. So they gave me a month, and they pretty much told me like, you'll get a month if you learn how to decorate cakes, and you get the position. So that was 7 years ago, and June 3rd was 7 years. And then
Wow.
in that month, I just started Googling and watching a lot of tutorials that what I could find, and then I became obsessed. I mean, I'm still obsessed, as you can see. But that's what I said. I just like taught myself everything because I didn't have a decorator there that could teach me. So they were like in an emergency. And then after the month, I got the position and I kept getting better and better. And then like another company would know about me and then they would offer me a job. And then I kept like getting better. And then I was working at Walmart in Florida. And then I just never liked Walmart because who likes working there?
Who likes Walmart? Nobody likes working there, nor do they like shopping there.
My creativity there was like so limited because there's a lot of things that you can't do, and I never wanted to like spend my whole life doing cakes at a Walmart. So I just quit in Florida and I moved to Pittsburgh with my sister. She was already living here, and I found this job at this bakery, and it was supposed to be like 15 hours a week, like just like a part time. And then like in 2 weeks they offered me the full time, and then I became in charge of the cake department. And they gave me like they let me do pretty much whatever I want here. Like they give me creative freedom, and that helped me get better because like when you have creative freedom, you want to do like things that you never done before. You want to try this and try that, and that's how I learn a lot of my techniques. Just like trying new things that I never seen before, or something that I've seen before, but do it my way. And what I know now, it's in part because of my boss here, because he let me take responsibility for like in this like department and do whatever I want with it.
Well, I mean, it was not a bad decision. I am
that's amazing. Like that's great.
And
I'm certain that
he's super like gay friendly. Like he doesn't. I've teach him like about like pride flags and all this stuff. Like he's a Christian and he's a boomer, but he's one of the best people that I've ever met.
Learning.
Yeah, he's learning. I told him like,
good job, boomer.
If you're in the community, you will be a bear. Because I've done like the bear flag and stuff like that.
Yes, I love that one.
I'm looking for a specific picture on your page because I really do want to talk about this.
Marla, my sister wants to know what your first technique would be to recommend to someone that's starting out, and what's your favorite technique. I personally love the one that makes the freaking like curtain like skirt. You did a Sailor Moon cake with the skirt, and I about died. I don't know.
That's one of my favorite tips. I think it's called 070. I actually had the Food Network share that one of the cakes that I did with that because it just looks so satisfying when the buttercream is just coming out. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, you have a video, a reel, whatever you want to call it, where you just did it. Just
it's actually pretty hard to use because if you have like at least one air bubble in it, it's dead. It would just fall.
Changes everything.
One of the first techniques I would say is doing rosettes because that's pretty easy and you can make a cake look pretty nice just if you cover it with rosettes. That's what I would say. Just start with rosettes if you're a beginner, and if you have holes in between, fill it in.
If you have holes in between, fill it in. I feel like that's good life advice.
I made a sunflower cake one time. I did make a sunflower cake one time. So when I saw your sunflower cake, I saw that was years and years and years and years ago. But it was a recipe that I saw, and it's like they like take an Oreo cookie and then they like gave you the step by step and told you what tips to use and how to do it. And I was like, so I made it for a friend for her birthday. And so when I saw your cake, I was like, oh yeah, I did that once. Like I could do that one.
I try to do sometimes tutorials, but it's just so hard to fit stuff in 30 seconds because the reels on Facebook are 30 seconds. Well, you can do it in
3 minutes on
TikTok,
on the TikToks now.
And I think you can do 10 minutes now on TikTok.
Oh yeah, they do have 10 minutes, but I don't think anybody's going to pay attention for that long.
No,
I mean, they might for a cake tutorial.
But the tips, just the tip. I mean, that's like that's just.
I was thinking of doing like a Patreon where I can like teach people because people ask me like if I want to do tutorials, but I work a full time
That's
here,
not a
then
bad
I'm
idea.
like, I'm
That's
gonna
not a
do
bad
it
idea.
because people
But
really
if you
want to
needed
learn what I
another,
know.
but
And
if
you
you
just have
needed
a camera
another,
while you're already doing your job. So,
Yeah.
you know, because I've seen some, there's a sushi maker, sushi chef that you watch her do it, and yeah, it's just her camera and she's just doing it, and then you can go back over and voice over it. You know, like
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I think I will start with the Patreon, but like super basic, just like how to like teach how to bake size cakes and everything that I know I learned by myself. So I'm just gonna teach people
it's
how I do
amazing.
it.
You have a natural talent. I was
Yeah.
looking for a specific
Yeah.
picture. I cannot seem to find it, but there's so many. He's got so many questions.
I post something.
What happens? Okay, here. This is a good question to actually segue into my question that I've kind of already asked you before we came on the show. So what happens when you mess up a design? So I kind of want to talk about a design that you made intentionally and then intentionally messed up. And I want to know the story behind it because I'm just nosy and we
Okay.
like a good story time. But
Which one is it? I'm curious now.
it was just the white, it was like white cream on it, smoothed out, right? And then you just wrote the words, "Thank you for not being a bigot."
Yeah. Yeah, I needed to. I had to.
Okay, so what happened? What
what
inspired
happened?
that? And then you did that and you were like, whatever, I can just I use this for another cake. Like that
Yeah,
wasn't
I
something
can
that you
just
had.
easily scrape the top with it. Like one of the things that I mess up a lot, it's always the writing
Yeah.
because I hate writing, and sometimes if there's an air bubble in the bag, it just might explode and fucks it up. So, I just scrape it. I just put it in the cooler, and it gets colder, so it gets harder. So it's easier
Yeah.
to scrape.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I did with that cake. Okay, did you find a picture of the cake?
I didn't find a picture of the cake, but what inspired that cake? Like, where did that conversation begin? And then how did it get to you being like salty
Petty?
a little bit? Yeah. No, I loved it. I loved it. I was there for it. I was like, I love this person.
I have all the time in the world to be petty. So
Same. We are best friends now.
when I started doing the pride cakes on TikTok last year, or like maybe like 2 years. I started 2 years ago when the pandemic started. That's when I started because a friend was like, "You should just open TikTok and do your cake with like videos." And I was like, "I'll just try it."
I wish I had a talent like that. But anyways, moving on.
And then last year, people started asking for like the straight ally flag and the straight flag. And I said that I wasn't going to do it because these cakes that I do, most of the pride flags that I do them because I want to, because
Right.
I love my job and I love representing my community. And
What is
okay,
a
you're gonna say
straight?
something?
There's a straight pride flag.
There's one that's just like black and white stripes, and there's one that's like half pink, half blue, and they have like the symbol of the masculine symbol and the feminine. Like,
Oh.
anyway,
Losers.
it's stupid. It's homophobic. It was invented to be homophobic, obviously. So they started requesting straight pride cakes and stuff like that, and ally. And I said that I have no issues with the allies because allies I just like people that support us. But
but that's not the same as asking for a straight pride cake. No ally, no real ally would ever fucking ask.
That's what I said. Like or like no real ally will get mad if I say I'm just doing cakes with the flags from my community. Like, why do you need me to praise you?
Damn cake.
Exactly. Like, and what I said is like, don't you guys feel? Oh shit.
Are you gonna be here for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know where the lights are and everything?
I don't have the key though. Can you
Oh,
give me
you don't
the
have
key?
the key.
I'm sorry.
Listen. Can you give him like 15 more minutes?
Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
Yeah. I'll get the key. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh.
Just need to hear from me because I close tomorrow by myself.
Okay. Give me a second. Sorry.
No.
You're good. Here we can.
I suggest
this
following us out
story is
because
so
someone
great.
might try to walk in.
Oh shit.
I just muted him for right now.
Okay. Yeah, he's good. He's back.
So I kept saying that no, that Okay, I kept saying that no, that I wasn't gonna do the cake because I am doing cakes for like fried cakes, and people started getting
Right.
mad, and people started getting like upset, and they were mistaking me saying no, I'm not gonna do the straight flag with me saying I hate straight people and they all should die. They were acting like even on the comments on Facebook like 4 days ago, they were calling me homophobic for being homophobic against straight people, and I'm like,
Like
that's not a thing.
they mean heterophobic, maybe.
If yeah,
So
if
they're
you
already
the,
so they're already stupid. I'm like they're
I'm-
already
Wait
I
a
say you
second.
cannot be
I mean-
homophobic to someone that's not homosexual.
like what are you talking? Like you mean heterophobic, bro?
Yeah,
And that's not even a thing. Unless actually it could be a thing and it would be a real phobia because heterosexual people
I'm afraid
have
of them.
been monsters.
And to me, it's like, do you guys really feel like you need representation this month? Like you really
gross.
want me to use my platform just to make you feel better about
Listen.
yourself?
So then you're like
How? I
Give me-
have
give me a-
so
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
no, you're fine.
Sorry.
Oh, this is fantastic.
he is
Oh.
so I love him. This is
This is such a great story
so
too.
great.
Like what kind of asshole comes into like the cancer run and screams about how important autism is? Like who does that? Like you know what I'm saying? Like what I
There's
guarantee-
another thread that I'm following where someone asked him for
What's up, Dave?
a straight pride cake, and someone responded with what, a vanilla cake?
Like mayonnaise. What do you put in the cake for straight pride? You put mayonnaise and vanilla in it. That's it. That's gross.
Use salt instead of
Fucking
sugar.
gross. Because it's fucking gross.
The thing is, like, people get so upset about it. Like, I've even gotten like death threats from
Yeah.
TikTok just because of like I don't want to do a straight pride cake, and they're like, oh, but you guys always like want people to be tolerant.
So
It's
how do
just
you
like-
handle these people?
But you're not being tolerant.
They're
They're
not
not
even-
do you ignore what's
They're like,
your
be tolerant
how
of
do
my
you-
ignorance.
I troll them back. I make videos making fun of them. I mean,
So that's
a
where
lot
this
of,
cake came in, right? So that's
Yeah,
where they thank
because-
you for not being a bigot.
because the person
Or
in the comments
is
was
they
like,
for not being a bigot or for being a bigot?
for not being a bigot,
For
because the
not being a
person
bigot.
told me like when I said I didn't want to do the pride flag, the straight pride flag, someone said, you know, we could be homophobic if you want us to. So it's just like a threat. That's pretty much saying
Well, you already are. So like
exactly. You already are. So that's why I said like, thank you for not being a bigot. Like,
thank you for not being a bigot. And then if that wasn't enough, if that going into creating that cake wasn't enough, some white lady comes into your comment talking about how you messed up messed up a perfectly good cake to answer the trolls or something like that. And I'm like,
the thing is, like, people always people think that this is the only comment that I get. Like, okay, I'm answering one comment from like dozens and hundred negative comments that I get. Like, my sister knows the amount of hate that I get, and I ignore it, obviously,
Yeah.
because if I didn't ignore it, I could not have social media because people are ruthless.
They're
So
gross.
people tell me like they're like ignore them. They told me to ignore the bigots or to not pay
Like
attention to them.
you ignore them. They aren't like talking in your face every day.
Exactly.
Like,
they're not in
all
your
the way off.
DMs
It's like
insulting
literally,
you, calling you a
right?
faggot.
It's literally people that have never experienced anything like that before who are telling you how you should handle it.
And I'm like, I told people like, don't tell me what to do. Like, I am showing people the things I deal with. I'm showing people how ridiculous and homophobic people can be over a fucking cake.
Yeah,
Because
over a
people-
fucking cake. Well,
people
we already
have-
know, right?
people
'Cause we
have-
had the-
People
we had
have
the
even
Supreme
told me like,
Court.
I wish that you get like COVID and stuff like that, just because.
What the absolute?
Just because I
okay.
support the LGBT community, like just because I'm gay, and to me,
Whoa.
that's why I use my platform to like ridicule people back and be like, this is how stupid people act in 2022. Still,
It's so gross to
It's
see it happen. Recently in the news, if anybody's following the news, they did actually just pick up a bunch of these bigots, piled into a U-Haul, 31 white supremacist males, most of them from different areas, but within a 3-hour drive of the pride that they were going to disrupt, fully armed. Somebody saw that they were jumping into a U-Haul together and they were kind of militantly dressed and reported it to the police, and they got arrested before they went and killed a bunch of people, because that was their plan. Because a lot of them go to this church where this preacher advocated for that and said that's what Jesus said to do, is to shoot
No, he did
people in the
not.
back of the head. Jesus didn't even have guns, first of all. Second of all, he was a hippie and he was too high to advocate for violence.
in my
He said
comments,
he loved every color of the rainbow.
And
Y'all.
he
in my
loved
comments, I get
everybody.
He loved the
I
whole
get
rainbow.
so many
Like-
people just hiding behind religion just to be mean towards me. Like, isn't supposed to, like, the purpose of religion is to like spread love and live like with everyone without any issues. But like the people
Right.
that preach love the most are the ones that are like in my comments, always like bringing people down. Like
Bringing
even
hate.
even if, yeah, like
It makes me feel so like
even if the cake
insane.
is not ugly, they would say it's ugly if it's a pride cake, if it's something inspired by the LGBTQ.
And that's the
It's-
thing, is some of those cakes are your most beautiful cakes. I have to
Yeah,
say,
absolutely.
like,
So
I
to-
love all of your cakes,
Thank
but
you.
I have to say your pride cakes are just
That
you know,
one
like,
with those
gorgeous.
candied pears. Up,
Oh, thank
right?
you,
It was
thank you.
pears. Oh my
Yes,
god.
your
that was
your
so amazing.
sponsor cake, like that was amazing. So they contacted you and asked you to
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
They I did a cake for them like 2 years ago, also for
For
Pride,
to clarify for the audience, for who?
for Duncan Hines.
From Duncan Hines. Here we
Yeah,
go.
and then they contacted me and then they asked me if I wanted to do a cake for them. They pretty much told me anything Pride related. So they gave me the choice of do whatever I wanted. And then they sent me that cake mix that it was like they were releasing for Pride, pretty much like close to Pride. So I decided to do the pear slices, the candied pear slices, because it was something simple and I wanted something that people could recreate. I didn't involve like a lot of piping or colors.
Yeah, because it's they can buy that Duncan Hines cake and then
some pears, slice them,
Yeah.
boil them, and like it
Right.
didn't take like a lot of skill to do, and that's what they
Right.
actually wanted for me to do.
And you did show a video of this, right? You have a little and it's really
See if I
nice to
can find
follow.
Yeah, they also added me to a website where they put like all the recipes that they have.
That's
So it's
amazing.
pretty much like a written. Yeah, it was
Such an amazing opportunity.
yeah. Since I started doing the Encanto cakes, it's been like great. Like I've had like so many opportunities and people just like even like sliding into my DMs just to tell me how much they like my stuff, and it makes my day because I love my job and I love like talking to chill people on the internet.
Yeah.
Because I like, if you see most of my following, at least on Facebook, they're like super funny people. They're just like people making like X-rated jokes or like saying stuff, and I like making people
Also,
laugh.
I just want to tell
There's
you
a lot of innuendos. It's great.
I was gonna
It's
say,
great. I love
if
it.
y'all follow Josue on Facebook, it is also some adult content happening there. So you just don't even complain about what you walked into. You went there yourself.
Yeah.
But the cake is also like you could see all of his cakes. Follow his Instagram, etc. We'll give you all of that stuff.
And
But
people tell me like, I didn't expect this from a cake decorator, and I'm like, what did you expect them?
What do you
Like,
expect? That you're like what? Just as vanilla as
I'm
the,
still a human.
like...
I'm a horny homosexual. What do you expect?
Hey, do any of the have any of the queens
person
that
in
you
general.
any of the queens that you've been inspired by, the cakes that you've done, like have any of them seen or responded? Or
Oh yeah.
I know you've done a few specifically for, but I mean, and that whole montage is
Thank you.
amazing.
I used to have. I mean, I haven't worked on it yet because I got hacked. Like I used to have an Instagram account called Drag Cakes, where it was like only pride cakes and cakes that I did inspired by drag queens.
We should we should connect you with Aria Pettyone, who was on our June 1st show.
Well, now I had to like work on it because someone hacked it and my account got deleted. So I'm gonna try to get it back. But usually when I tag the queens, they comment or they say or they share. Like Evie Oddly has shared a lot.
I would be so thrilled about that.
Even if they comment just a heart, I'm like, they made my day. They saw it. I'm like,
they saw it, and they were like, that's cute.
But
some people don't know how to comment on. Some people don't know how to comment on social media, and I am sometimes one of those people. Sometimes I know exactly what to say, and sometimes I'm like, I don't even know how to respond to this.
I feel like when I like leave comments, they're usually just like compliments to drag queens or like artists. I'm like, amazing, whatever. Like I usually don't leave like a long message.
Right. Who has time to read all of that anyway? Marla, our guest host today, y'all don't see her on camera, but she's definitely here. Said a few things that I just want to relay. She asked if you wake up a ball of sunshine and light. That she's being like very nice to you right now.
She is fangirling. She already said she's a fangirl.
She said she's fangirling. She said she cut her nap short for you today.
And that's a big deal.
She doesn't do that for us at all, like ever. So
I always wake up happy. Yeah.
We know you won't do the straight pride cakes, rightfully so, because that's bullshit. And there should.
Well, listen. I always said, if someone wants to pay for it, they can come to the bakery, order it, and I'll do it because I am not gonna discriminate against them because they're paying. But these people, and
that is the difference between you and them. But they want you to just do it for free. Right. And they want you to do it and post it to make a statement.
And no, I'm not gonna do
it. That's a no. So, but is there a cake that you would not even entertain? Is there a cake that you wouldn't even entertain for money?
There was one time someone wanted me to write "Old Lives Matter" on a cake, and I didn't feel comfortable because usually it's like trans lives matter and Black lives matter, and I didn't want that to be to people like misunderstood. People thinking that I really believe in that and want to like erase the other movement. Like it was just a customer that wanted that. So I told my boss, like, I don't want this cake to be out there. And then people say he wrote this because people will look for the minimum excuse to cancel.
They don't even care. They don't even care.
And I don't know if those people were trying to be sarcastic or funny. I don't know what their intention was with that cake. So I told my boss, like, I'll do the cake. I said, I'll do the cake. You can write on it. And I refused to write it. And I was thinking like maybe I'll get in trouble with my boss, but he didn't say anything.
I love that he supported you in that. That's beautiful. That speaks a lot. That speaks a lot to, first of all, growth and understanding. But
I'm saying, I just didn't feel like completely comfortable like doing it because I don't know where this is going. So like I think I wouldn't do a all lives matter cake.
Well,
I don't think.
Glad to hear that.
I'll be like, can you have this? So my coworker, can you get this one?
Yeah, somebody else can pipe this out. Like I don't feel like I feel like the support of the people behind the scenes is really important on that fact. Is like here we made you a cake. You can write whatever the fuck you want on it, but we are not gonna be complicit in whatever the fuck you're doing over there.
Yeah, because like I don't even like some people could do shit like that just to mess with you.
Right.
Like people even send like emails to the bakery complaining about
and then do like devious shit, like post it on the internet and look at this cake that they made
that we got from this bakery.
Right. Exactly.
That's like what I had in mind because like he didn't think about it because he doesn't really pay attention to social media, but like me, that I know that people look for any excuse to fuck me up.
That's important that he has you in his life. If you have people that are telling you what's what in your life, please shut up and listen, because literally they're really trying to save you from being fully canceled in America.
Exactly.
And that's like it's not just an internet thing. If you get canceled on the internet for some bigotry or some bullshit, you get canceled. Your shop closes. You get bad reviews on Yelp.
Yeah.
People will cancel the fuck your mortgage.
Like someone even emailed the bakery complaining about a meme that I shared. Because I remember when I started getting like a lot of followers, and my boss was like, "Are you ready to get the hate comments?" And I was like, "Are you ready for Karen's emailing the bakery?" Because we knew it was gonna happen, and then it happened. Just complaining about a meme that I shared, but he didn't even look at the meme. He didn't even search for
the
it.
context of it or anything.
I said they sent this. This is the meme. I show him what I said. He knows I'm always joking, and many people thought it was funny. And I'm sorry I hurt someone's feelings, but like,
who probably had nothing to do with him. Oh, it's 4:20 on the West Coast. What?
Even like. I would say like even like emailing someone's work to get them fired over a meme, like it's the level of Karen.
They will do it out of like why? Because they hate themselves and they want you to be in the hole that they live in. Literally that's why people do it. What would you be doing if you weren't making cakes?
I think I would be a prostitute.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
So sex work. No, I was like, let's talk about it.
We support sex workers here.
We support sex workers.
Honestly, I never thought about it. I never thought about. I guess no, I don't want to think about it. Don't make me think about it.
Okay, we don't have to.
That's sad.
You get to do cakes. You get to do cakes. You don't have to be an accountant. I promise.
Honestly,
I would be a nail person. I would be a nail tech.
Are you seriously just going to fulfill that stereotype?
Yeah, I would. I used to do the shit out of my own nails.
You do paint nails very nice.
I used to paint on my own nails with freaking my paints.
I think I will be doing something with art still, probably.
Yeah.
Or weed.
Okay, well, I'm with that.
Right.
What's the strangest request you've ever gotten? We know he fulfilled it because he said he won't say no to a mini cake. Yeah. Yeah, but the strangest.
What's the strangest request you've ever gotten for a cake?
I didn't end up doing that one, but it was supposed to be like a penis, like come in sprinkles.
And why did you do it? But why did you do it?
Because we were so busy that weekend that my coworker just grabbed that cake order because we have like papers, so we just divide them. And I didn't do it, but like at the bakery we don't do a lot of like penises and all that stuff.
Yeah.
No anatomically classy.
Because we had another boss before, like another owner, and she didn't care. But like this one, he tries to.
Yeah, he's a little bit more conservative. I don't necessarily blame him.
I've done like some stuff, but like we don't display it, we don't show it to everyone.
Right. It's not going to be online. Right.
Like at one time I had to.
This is a private order.
One time I had to do 12 cupcakes, so I had to do like 12 penises on. So I did them all different shapes and cut and hairy.
I love everything about that.
Oh,
I bet they were like, "Oh my god, they're not even the same penis." All different colors, shapes, and sizes. I would fucking love it.
I don't discriminate, so I was like, you know what? Let's represent.
You should have like an after dark collection, so then they can like be like after. These are our private selections.
I feel like if I do it like if I have like my own business at home, then I would do it because sometimes people ask me, and
you're spicy.
I could do them at home, so sometimes I think about it like, should I do it? Should I spend the time doing it? But I don't know. It's too much work.
I'm gonna say yes, but if it's too much work, it's too much work. But
it's too much work.
Grower growing at home too. Like that's the facility grower growing at home.
Yeah, and when I have to do cakes, like my followers or cakes to donate, my boss lets me do them at the bakery. So I just bake everything here, and I use the materials, and I just donate.
Oh, that's nice.
Like that cake that I did for you guys, I'm gonna donate it to.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna reach out to my friend that she works at a LGBTQ charity, but I don't know if I can donate that one because it has weed, the leaves. So if I can donate it there, we donate everyday cakes here to different charities too.
Yeah, but maybe we can. We're working on our schedules and stuff, but when we're ready, I think let's plan a trip out there and let's plan like an auction for like a cake. We can do like an auction, and the money we raise in auction will also go to the charity of your choice, which is the Trevor Project. Can you tell our audience a little bit about the Trevor Project? What is that about? Why did you choose that particular?
Give me a second, sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm just my phone's gonna die.
Let me tell you something. This is the show to have technical difficulties on.
I just don't want my phone to die.
It is. Because we have them all the time. We would just wait here for you to come back.
usually people, when they donate, because okay, sometimes people pay for the cake, and then I do the cake because they want to see the design, and then they just pay for the cake, and I'll donate it somewhere, or I'll just say like just donate to a charity, and then I'll just do the cake on my own, and it's just like me donating my time to another charity. And like usually the Trevor Project is the one that people go to. And I have donated to like different charities here. We did like the Ronald McDonald House. I did Children's Hospital. So it usually depends on if it's like someone wanted for like babies that are like born with heart problems. So I asked like, where do you want me to donate that cake? Because it's their donation. So I asked them, where do you want to donate?
Right.
So if it's LGBTQ, I would say like the Trevor Project or something.
And
like
what does the Trevor Project do?
Usually, like it helps like LGBTQ people and like minorities, like Black people, like people of color.
So they're like a network. I believe it started as kind of like a suicide hotline or an assault hotline kind of situation. I want to say, I might be wrong about that. We're going to pull up some information on it in a second, but I want to say it kind of started like that. But I do know that they help provide resources to the LGBTQ community. So let me just pull them up so that we can really just.
We have one here in Pittsburgh that's called Proud Haven, and they work with LGBTQ people, and they have like autistic people there too that are like queer people. So that's like where I usually send the cakes to.
So that's exactly what I was saying. My recollection is correct on that. It's an organization. Let me just pull this share screen.
And people like also have donated, and my followers, sometimes they don't even buy a cake. They just donate to like LGBTQ charity, because some people want to tip me, and I'm like, you can like donate to a charity or send me a tip, like whatever you want is your money. Like I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your money. But I usually prefer them to donate somewhere.
So the Trevor Project is a really great organization to donate to. It started from it's like a counseling service for young LGBTQ community, the youth that have to go home to their oppressors, that have to go to school to their oppressors, who like don't get a fucking minute of fucking peace or to be able to be themselves. A lot of these children don't make it into adulthood, unfortunately. And so from this, the Trevor Project was created from this, idea of having like 24/7 year-round support. When I opened this website, it said all you got to do for a quick exit is hit the X, right? And so it just tells you like I know that you're not going to be able to always read this in privacy, and we understand that. Just like X out and we'll be gone. And then it gives you resources on questioning things that young people question and have questions about, who may or may not be LGBTQ or may or may not identify as queer youth, but still need answers. So definitely check this out and explore it. But it's a great charity to consider donating to. And if you would like to maybe have a cake made for yourself and like put online, don't be an asshole about it, you guys, and then put online. Our main listeners, I know y'all aren't assholes. I'm just saying, for anybody that tags on here, don't be an asshole about it. But yeah, if you want to have a cake done, you're not in the Pittsburgh area. It's not, you're not having it made with the intention of picking it up, but with the intention of donating. this would be a great way to donate.
And it doesn't have to be like LGBTQ. It could be like any
Right.
charity that you want me to donate it. I will look for it to see if we have one.
Well, because we're highlighting Pride Month this month for sure, because people who are of other have a hard time recognizing others if you don't make a month for them. So that's why we have all of these different months,
Right.
because that way there's like a whole month that you get to be like a human being, like, right? And so
and still people complain that a month is too much for us.
Still like it's too much. And so yeah, so if you guys listening to this show today would like to have a cake made, we would appreciate it if you would donate those funds to the Trevor Project in honor of this show today. So if you get in touch with Josué and ask him to make you a cake special to you, and then post it online so that the whole world can see and you can have like a snapshot of it. We're definitely going to need to print out that picture and hang it on the walls for sure, because that cake was amazing. I wish I could eat it. I wish I could just like.
I know.
We lost him. He'll be back in a second. It's fine.
Yeah.
I bet his phone died. I bet he didn't have it plugged in or something like that. I was like, it's not ready. But if you guys want to have a cake made, then please reach out. We'll make sure that you can. No, it's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Technical difficulties is the
phone
name of the
up.
game.
That's
That's what I said. I bet his phone was like, nope. But if you guys do that, then definitely donate the cost of the cake. Let's pay for the cost of the cake. Donate those funds to the Trevor Project in that amount. So at least that will be very helpful to that organization. And in honor of Pride Month, that's where we would like to see donations go this month. There's so much. What is your hidden talent, and are you willing to expose it today? Do you have it?
That's actually OnlyFans content.
Is that spicy? I knew it.
No,
I love you so much. You don't understand. We're like
I do have an OnlyFans, but that's not the talent. No, I'm actually really good at volleyball. I'm pretty good at volleyball.
Awesome.
I haven't played since the pandemic started, but I play like when I was in high school and middle school, and I played in college. I played like professional leagues in Puerto Rico, like semi-professional. So I'm really good at volleyball, but I haven't played. I actually reached out to a friend last week because I'm tired of just doing cakes and not doing sports or anything.
Not doing any of your hobbies, right?
Yeah, I know how to do a lot of crafts. Like I love to like paint and do crafts and sew a little bit. Like I actually did this shirt. Like I just bleached it and put this shit over it. I would say anything artistic, pretty much. I don't. Other than volleyball and doing cakes and art, I'm bad at everything else.
Yeah. Well, we understand. We understand. Let me ask you this question. This is a question that is not posed by our guest host. Our guest host is Marla, by the way, today, who is MJ's sister. She's also an MJ. So MJ and MJ. So my question is, we're seeing this side of you, but what does your twin look like? How does your twin present? Because you are a straight up Gemini, correct?
Yeah.
So this is a twin soul. So what you see right now is one of at least two, potentially many different personas on this screen.
We're birthday buddies. We have the same birthday.
They have the same birthday,
and his sister,
my sister too.
So how does your other persona present? Do you destroy things? Because I feel like this persona creates a lot of stuff.
Or maybe I think I just destroy lives. No, I'm kidding. No, I think
me too.
My other persona would be like I'm a loner. Like I like being alone a lot, and I'm not like super outgoing. So like in the internet, I get to like talk with a lot of people and be funny and make people laugh. But like when I'm tired of society, I'll
Yeah,
just
turn it
go
off.
alone by myself, and I just watch a lot of drag queen content. I like cooking, and I just like being by myself. That's
Yeah,
my
that's solid.
other, yeah. And I like being by myself more than I like being with a lot of people.
So that's
That's for like
so
that's
so we're getting a special treat today.
oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
I
Yeah,
love it.
I'm more when I'm by myself. I just like being by myself
I like that.
completely. And
Yeah.
Same.
when I want love from people, I'll just go online and I get it because
Yeah.
people are super nice to me. Even though I get hate comments, like the hate comments
There's
are
more
like
love.
1% of like all the love I receive every
Right.
single day. Like there's not a day where I don't receive at least one DM from someone telling me how much they like my stuff, or like telling me that I inspire them to apply, let's say, a DQ or start somewhere small. So to me, knowing that I can inspire people, like that makes me wake up happy every single day. Like every day I wake up and the first thing that I think of is I want to smoke. Okay. The
No, that
first thing
answers
that I
our next
think of,
question. It's already has been asked. They want to
the
know
first
if you
thing that I think
smoke.
of, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Of
yeah,
course,
so,
they want to know that on the Cannabis Closet podcast
yeah,
is do you
yeah,
smoke? And they want to know what your
yeah.
favorite strain is. So, do you have a favorite that you like to smoke?
I'm so dumb when it comes to that. Like I don't know. Give me anything.
Give
I
me.
don't like indica because like I feel like I get super like slow, and I'm like I like to be like hyper, and like when I'm with people, just
Yeah,
even when
yeah.
I'm at home, I don't like indica. I don't like feeling
And
sleepy. I
can you
just
decorate a cake? Can you decorate a cake while you're
even drunk,
Even
even
drunk.
drunk. I've
I'm a
done it.
professional. I can do this with my
We need
eyes
to do
closed.
a 3 different video cake,
Right?
like regular, drunk, and stoned.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've done at my house. I've done a cake drunk. It turned out nice. I'm not complaining.
Nice. I love how
Fun.
confident you are and how much of yourself that you, I mean, like you're just like so pure. Absolutely love it. Our audience absolutely loves you. Marla loves you. You guys are friends now. I'm sorry. I'm
I
not
really
sorry. Actually, she's
Not
a great
sorry. She's a
friend.
great
She's a
friend.
great friend. But I'm sorry to force people on you, but you got some new friends in the room.
Hey, bring it.
So
Well,
there's a question up here. What advice if you could give advice to a kid who is on their journey and starting to feel like maybe they might be queer, they might be different. What kind of advice would you give a young person who is on that journey and potentially ready to come out or considering those things or not sure how to.
well, I would say just be patient because like you're when you're growing up, obviously you don't know yourself yet, and a lot of people just want a straight answer just like right away. And like my sister, she when she was younger, she was straight. Now she's married to a woman, and she's never been happier. And I would say just be patient and talk to someone that you really trust, but never keep that to yourself like forever because at one point you just gotta be who you are and you should not be
Right.
like hiding it from people afraid of what would they say. Whatever you are, like people would talk shit anyway. People will say
And
bad things about you anyway.
but more people will love you. More
If you are
people
just
will
who you
love
are.
you if you are just who you are. People will love you more and they will not that when there's I know that this is still a very difficult journey, especially in a lot of spaces in the United States. What's united about us? But but please believe me, if you can hear my voice, there are people in this world who love you exactly how you are. And those people who are treating you poorly, they're not forever for you. They're not forever. I don't care if they're your parents. I don't care if they're your siblings. I don't care who they are. Those people do not have to be your forever family. Trust me on that. Trust me on that.
I get a
And
lot of comments. Sorry.
no, go
But
ahead.
I get a lot of comments on TikTok because TikTok there's a lot of young people there, and there's like
Yes.
so many people that say like I would like a cake like this, but I'm afraid to tell my parents. And like I try to answer them, and what I always say is like, um, even though like on your house, your people don't understand you, there's always a community for you out there. Like that's what we build the LGBTQ community. Like you will always have family in us. So I always try to say just like remember that you have a family out there.
Yeah.
It's like the same RuPaul's Drag Race. You find your own family. Like we queer people, we have to find our own family because a lot
Yeah.
of them don't have their own.
Right.
They
They get
kicked
kicked out
out
of their
or this
homes.
just
Exactly. Ostracized. And honestly, it's dangerous to come out, if you will. I wish that wasn't even a thing that people had to do.
right.
I've never been like, "Hi, I'm Farah. I'm straight." Like like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Hi, I'm Farah. I'm heteronormative. Like I've never had to do that. Like it's always just been
I got
fine.
a
The only time I've ever gotten any kind of like looks or any kind of shit is because if I'm in like an interracial relationship, that's the only time that white people look at me sideways. But otherwise, I don't have to introduce myself and explain what I do in the privacy of my, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so asinine to me. You should just be able to come home with a person that you love.
exactly. Like I got a message from I don't know who they are because I didn't have a face, but they they said it was a trans kid, and they said that they've come to the bakery and they've seen like the cakes that I've done. They recognize the flags and they recognize the trans flag in the case, and the person said that I made the neighborhood feel safer because like they can walk into a bakery and feel like someone is supporting the LGBTQ community because I don't only do them during Pride, I do them like all year long because
because
trans black people use
because
them all year
people
long.
are humans all year long. People
All
are
Exactly.
year
humans.
long.
We don't
And
just show up on June.
like there's been so many great points that are made about people who are like against cross-dressing or trans. They're like but like our founding fathers wore wigs and heels, baby, and blush. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to bring it back down. Bring
That
it
was
back
drag.
down. They
That
were
was
in
drag.
drag
And that was
when they
and that
got
was the
here.
head of the land, you know. That was to show that they
Beethoven, all
were
that
the,
shit.
you know, they were the rule, you know.
So gross. So people are so gross. I
Wearing
can't.
tights.
Yeah, like I listen, and also
Stockings, yeah, and heels.
holla, gentlemen, listen and listen well. And I don't give a shit about your body type. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm gonna need you to bring the male crop top back. I'm gonna need you to do that. I'm
Please.
gonna need you to do that
Please.
immediately. Please and
I'm
thank
like, did
you.
it go? I mean, I guess I still have friends who rock the crop top, so I'm like,
Well, that's
I don't.
because
It's
we live
never
in the
gone
mountains.
away.
That's because we live in the mountains, and like every year, Durango gets like worse dressed for like at least for the first
Well,
7
my
years. that I
Florida
was here.
boys, yeah, no, my
You know what I'm
Florida
saying?
boys
But
are
like,
rocking the crops, like.
but like
Yeah.
publicly speaking, I don't see a lot of men out in crop tops, and I'm gonna need you to pick up the pace, okay?
Yeah, I guess
Get that belly tan. Get it
hot
tan.
belly
I agree.
summer.
Let me see it.
Hot belly summer.
Hot belly summers. Hot belly summers. Put it in my listen. Last, I think was it when Weed Got Style was on, I gave permission for Xerox butts, tit pics, and today I'm giving permission for belly pics in my DMs on my Instagram, Can Queen DGO. I will not share them with the public if you ask me not to, or if you don't ask me not to, I won't share them. But if you ask me, if you're like, I don't care if you share it, then I will share it. But not the titty pics, obviously. But maybe if they're man nipples, then they're not offensive. But if they're girl nipples,
And if you wanna send dick pics, my
and then he'll take the dick
Instagram
pics.
is somewhere.
He'll take consensual dick pics.
Thank you.
If you need a place to send those. Why is it like as a woman, I don't feel the need to send pictures of my twat to somebody who didn't ask for it. And that we're not.
The gays, they say hello with a dick pic.
Yeah, it's just not. But like,
It's
as
like a
woman,
handshake. It's
but
like a
like, as a-
handshake,
but
and
see,
whether you're gonna grab
here's
it
the
or not
thing.
is up to you.
I feel like that reminds me of a scene in Porky's, is an old movie. Y'all look it up. Anyways, it was about
Penis.
anyways, so but that brings, but see, here's the thing. As a woman, okay, I don't want everybody's dick in my, like, if you gotta, like this, if another woman sent me her tits, I would be like, "Ooh, baby."
I check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got them. You got
Yep.
them. It's
Mhm.
fine. I might even look at a twat or two. I don't know, but it's like whatever. It's like whatever. So I feel like that's kind of the what that standard where here's my dick, like hey,
I
here's
guess.
my dick. We both got dicks, right? So here's mine. If you want to show me yours, that's cool. But it's different as a woman getting some weirdo's damn dick.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we were talking about creeps before we came on.
That would be like
This
a
creep
woman
factor.
sending you a
coochie.
gay
vagina
man,
pic.
her
You don't want
vagina.
that.
Like,
You don't
here's
want
my
that.
vagina. And it's not
That
that
is
I don't
true.
love dick, though. But it's not that I don't love dick, because I do love dick. But I don't want to see all of them. If I ask you for it, if we've had a discussion, if we talking like that, then that's probably a thing. But if we not having that conversation, you just say, "Hey, here's my dick," I would be like, "Hey, blocked."
I don't think I've ever heard a woman saying that they enjoy getting dick pics.
Never.
Ever.
I mean, I do
It's always
getting
gay
them
guys
from
love
people.
it.
Listen, I love.
Well, it's not random.
I don't want randos, but I do love, if we not even in the same, we ain't even in the same house or the same room or whatever, like, like I gotta travel, you still at home, and we texting. I mean, I will take that. My husband is beautiful,
It's
so
like
I
a
will
appetizer.
I will absolutely take that, but that's because I asked for it. It's consensual.
Consensual.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want just a bunch of random dicks. And also, side note, for the gentlemen who are consensually engaging in these things, dick pics are out, baby. Put it in a video, okay? We already know what the still looks like. We want to see what it looks like in action. Is all I'm
In
saying.
use, yeah, exactly. Because everything looks better in the magazines.
Does it? How's everything working?
That's what the boomerangs are.
What is it that turns you on? If you can do it in a boomerang, I'm gonna have to say, don't send that to me. If you can do it in a boomerang,
I don't even know how to do boomerangs.
a boomerang is like 3 seconds.
On Instagram, right?
No.
That's
too fast.
You gotta be
That's-
Hey,
ready.
it's better than nothing.
I
It's better
guess.
than...
Just know I'm judging. I'm judging you.
Yeah.
I'm judging you
She's
if you send
telling
me
her
a
friends.
boomerang. I'm like, do you see this 3 second shit?
Send.
Oh my God. I love this conversation. I love everything about you. We
Thank
are
you.
definitely gonna make a plan to come to the East Coast so that we can hang
Yeah,
out
that'll
with
be
you.
fun.
And maybe we'll do like a double show or something like that, where we can do like one show in the bakery and then one show where we're just like bullshitting, like on a and outside and getting smoke
There's a
on.
lot to do here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Too. Like there's a lot of gay bars and there's like parks and museums or whatever
with
we
it.
can do. I also live like super close to the bakery, so we can go to my
And
place too.
They
chill
have
there.
they have what is that place called? Primanti, what is it called?
I say Primantis because that's my how I say it in my mind. Primantis, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those sandwiches are so good. It's like a stack. It's got like the meat. I think they got a vegetarian one for those of you who don't eat meat, but it's got like the meat, and then it's got the lettuce, the tomato, onion. It's got like if you want onion, it's got like a salad dressing on it. It's like a salad mix on those things, and then it's got French fries on it. My God, the thing is that they opened this sandwich shop, and there's like, so Pittsburgh, for those of you who aren't familiar, is a steelworkers town, is steelworkers. And so they would come in for lunch, and this place would have like a sandwich with side of fries, right? But they had to go back to work, so they needed something that they could eat while they were moving, on the move back to the job, right? So they put the French fries on the thing with the coleslaw. It's like a coleslaw mix, right? But I think, anyways,
I didn't know that.
fucking delicious. Yeah. It's the sandwiches. Oh, they're so good. But
I know they're good. Everyone that comes to the bakery that's like a tourist, they always ask, and we're like, we should go to Fremont, it's downtown. It's just so close to the bakery too.
Right. And the downtown one is the original one, right? I want to say it is.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. Pittsburgh is turning itself around. It used to be Pittsburgh. Okay. Like, don't do it. But it's actually like starting to rebuild and like restructure. The architecture out there is really amazing. And they got a lot of nice, it's really, it's nice. Unfortunately, I think it came with some gentrification, which we could definitely get into.
Bit, yeah. It's getting better now about that.
But yeah, but Pittsburgh is nice, and it's a great place to visit. I definitely would highly recommend it. And then you could go get a cake. You go get a cake, and you could either eat that cake, or you could donate a cake, and then there you go.
I want to freaking eat a cake.
I would eat the shit out of it. Have you ever made an edible? Have you ever made an edible cake?
Not I've done brownies, but like not at the bakery, like not a cake. But not people have asked if we can do it here at the bakery. We don't
No. This would have to be an at-home bake.
Yeah, because it would have to be an at-home bake for sure. Unless, of course, somebody wanted to fund your license for an edible kitchen. You would have to have an edible kitchen license in order to be able to do that legally. But yeah,
it's so much work working from doing cakes from home. It's like so much work.
I imagine it is. Well, I mean, I don't even make elaborate cakes like that, and I think it's so much work. And so
you need a little space too.
Yeah. So we have been lately enjoying ourselves with, and we need to like get a new pack or get some new questions in because we're starting to run low. But we've been entertaining ourselves with Would You Rather. So recently we've been asking our guests a would you rather. Today the would you rather is, would you rather eat a whole bag of marshmallows or a whole jar of peanut butter?
I feel
like the big bag of marshmallows, like the big one. And then
I feel like I can do the peanut butter.
The peanut butter? What about y'all? I don't feel like I could eat a whole bag of marshmallows. That feels like very filling. Are we able to cook them?
I know. I'm like, I don't know. I really like marshmallows. So
because I would toast the shit out of them.
I think I probably have hammered a whole bag of marshmallows before.
I may have.
Not on purpose, but maybe have, never.
Let me tell you guys the dangerous thing that I do. I know this is not good and it's not okay. Listen, I know I could be killing myself doing this. But I have a torch. and I also have one of those campfire sticks, the metal ones, when you put marshmallows on it. And so sometimes, especially when it's like kind of chilly outside and it feels like one of those like campfire kind of summer nights, it's got to be a chilly summer night, and I like in the cold. Sometimes I will take my torch and cook my marshmallows. Y'all, don't do that. Don't. It's fucking delicious, but this is butane. Okay.
Yeah, put it over, light your candle, or light you a hemp wick and toast you a marshmallow inside your house.
Don't char your marshmallows
in the oven.
Butane. Put them in the oven, you said. I don't know if I have that kind of...
It's like when they do like sweet potatoes, that they put marshmallows on top and they put it in the oven.
Oh my God. So you just took it... Let me tell you, that's probably how I would eat a whole bag of marshmallows is
with a torch right next to you.
With some sweet potatoes or with a torch right next to me.
If you make it.
Yeah. There. Speaking of sweet potatoes, I feel like I had the best sweet potatoes in my life. They were sweet potatoes, right? MJ, at that place in Missouri. And it just somebody could point me into the direction. I want to say it was called
with the
Sweeties or
turkey leg.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh my God.
God.
They might have called them the yams, but
I think maybe, I don't know. But anyways, whatever.
whatever
They
it
were
was.
delicious. Oh my God.
Yeah, you
I
better.
love sweet
Yeah.
potatoes. I can eat them
Oh,
every day.
so fucking good. So you said peanut butter. We got peanut butter also in the comments. I have another one. She said microwave it but then you don't get the crust when you microwave it. She said, trust me, it just melts.
It gets, but it does get that.
It
The
does get all
microwavey
gooey.
does that gooey thingy to
Yeah.
it. Probably it probably.
Yeah,
does
I
that whole,
used it
like-
once in the microwave because you can like melt it and then use it as a like spider web on cakes when you stretch it.
Oh yeah, I've seen
That's
that
such
technique.
a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
It's such a pain
that's
in
so
the ass.
fucking messy.
Because it just sticks everywhere and then
Everywhere.
you're like, I don't like it. I did it once,
enough. I feel like I know the answer to this question, but I could be wrong because sometimes I am. Would you rather have to grow, hunt, and kill your own food for a year, or eat only at Taco Bell for a year?
Anything on the Taco Bell menu, not just one item.
Anything on the Taco Bell menu.
Okay.
For a year.
I mean,
you remember the movie Super Size Me, y'all? I'm just saying.
I love Taco Bell, but like, what if I want a bottom? I can do Taco Bell. I can just hunt a cat or something and just eat a cat leg or something.
Okay, he's gonna.
I think I'll just hunt.
Yeah,
I'll just hunt.
Bro, what about the audience? Listen, I'm so like, I would start out with like, hells yeah, Taco Bell every day. And then by like day 7, I would be like, I am so lethargic. I can't stand myself. Can we
when
make
your
a better
hole
deal?
is like hurting, you'll know.
I say, but also, so I've recently been looking for a place to live, and our realtor sent us this beautiful home. It was beautiful. It was big. It was nice inside. Everything was like kind of modernized. It had a great yard, really open space. It's out in the middle of the fucking woods, and you have to haul your wood. Like almost every room had like a fireplace or a wood burning stove, and then there was this big like water container on the outside of the house, which means you got to gather your own fucking water. And I was like, listen, aside from like an apocalypse, okay, I am not going to haul wood and water to survive. It would take one time for there to be a snowstorm in Colorado and everything is frozen and the water people can't bring me water. I would be livid.
You would lose your ever-loving mind.
Lose it. I would have a full meltdown. It would not be okay. Nobody would survive. We would burn stuff down, and then later I would I'm a fucking Pisces, so I would just burn it down. And while I'm crying about it, I'm a March Pisces. I would burn it down while I'm crying.
You're going
about
to Taco
it,
Bell,
and then be like, sorry.
I want a quesadilla.
And then
Yeah,
please, can we go get
feed
tacos?
me now, please feed me.
Can we go get tacos? So I feel like I would want to eat but I don't want to eat at Taco Bell because it's shit food. I would maybe like eat tacos every day.
I could eat burritos every day if I make them.
Yeah, with fresh ingredients.
Right.
But like,
okay,
yeah.
same. That's different.
But Taco Bell's a different animal because it's not even an animal in a lot of cases. And that's what they tell you.
Of animals.
It's just not.
I'd like to say I'd hunt and do all that shit myself.
Do we get to use the buddy system? Because the hunting part for me, like I would, if I get hungry enough, I guess I would do it probably because we survive. We're survivors. But it would be very difficult for me. I like to grow my own vegetables and stuff like that. And gathering berries and fruit off of trees would be just a fantastic day, summer day for me. But it's the hunting part. One time, one more story time, and then we're gonna wrap this shit up. But one time, when I was younger, in my mid to late 20s, we'll say my middle late 20s, so like 26 into my late 20s, I lived in Greece.
What's your age? We
I'm
can't say that live.
I'm an old person. No, everybody knows how old I am.
Yeah,
I'm
they know
45
how old
years
we are.
old.
Yeah,
Look at me. I am part of the youngest generation. I'm 45 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were like what's your age? I thought you were my age.
No.
44.
We're both middle 40s. Yeah.
Oh my
This
God,
is not your parents' 40. Okay.
Wow. Maybe I need to fix the quality or something to see you guys. I'm kidding. Continue.
When I was in my middle-ish late 20s, I was in Greece and I fell in love with a guy whose family had a farm, an olive farm, and also goats, and that's how they made their living. And one time he gave me a goat, and then his brother slaughtered it and sold it, and I was not okay with that. I was like, wait, what? You said that was mine. And then like they took it and they sold it. So for a moment in time, I was like, I'm gonna be a sheep herder, a goat farmer. Like I'm gonna take that big rake fork thing and beat olives out of the tree. I really wanted to do it because I like to be strong and muscular, but for no other reason did I want to do that. I did it for vanity purposes is why I wanted to do it. And honestly, when they were out doing it, I did not help at all. I was zero help.
You never did it?
I never actually did it. I just watched people do it. And I was like, okay, that looks like hard work. I could do that.
I could do that.
I could,
just
but
take
I'm
some
not.
pictures, post them online, and people believe it.
I know, right? Just with me with the thing and just like hitting it 3 times. Okay, we got the shot. Move on.
The boomerang.
Yeah, right. The boomerang. Bah, bah, bah. And then the olives rain
down. They'll just dump.
Yeah.
When standing over you, it'll just dump over a bucket.
I'm a farmer.
Like,
now.
listen,
I'm a farmer.
I would be wearing like the overalls and stuff. I would make it cute. But I was just like, real quickly, that's not the life for me. Also, not the person for me. Great friend, not a great boyfriend. Okay. So yeah, things change, life changes. But I thought for a moment that I could be apocalypse ready had I done that. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be ready to defend the world.
When they were with no water and electricity, because we get so many hurricanes.
Yeah, the hurricanes.
And like the power always goes
and then
out,
they like what throw paper towels at y'all and act like they don't need to send any
right. Like they save our lives. Oh my God, thank you for this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Just what I needed.
Towels.
Just what I need. This is gonna soak up the entire flood. Thank you so fucking much.
Make sure they're bounty.
I appreciate. I was just gonna say
the quicker picker upper. The quicker picker. You just put the roll in there and it like sucks everything up.
Before we do go, also though, I wanted to do our Pride history highlight. So today we have Gilbert Baker, who he helped define the LGBTQ movement as the designer of the rainbow flag. It was first unveiled in San Francisco Pride Parade in 1978 and has become the universal symbol for the community. So Gilbert Baker is the designer of the flag. We have Harry Hay.
Hold on. I gotta catch up. Hold on. This is I got him. Boom. Share it. This is Gilbert Baker, everybody. He did pass away. I don't know what year this is, but I'm not sure. But he has since passed away.
I think it's 2000 or something like that. Maybe 2000.
Yeah, I think it was a couple years ago. I don't want to say it was this year. But yeah, this is who invented the rainbow flag.
Okay. Icon. Legend.
Yes.
Yes.
Next, we have Harry Hay. Hay attempted to unite the closeted gay men in LA in the 1950s by organizing a secret society called Bachelors Anonymous, under the idea that homosexual rights was something worth pursuing, just like any other minority group. That group later became known as the Mattachine Society. So we've mentioned this before in the different people that we've highlighted, and so he was one of those. The founder. Then we have Harvey Milk. Milk got involved in local politics and activism after moving from New York City to San Francisco. He ran twice for a position on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors and lost both races. He did win a spot on the City County Board in 1977 after earning the nickname Mayor of Castro Street, making him the first openly gay elected official in California. Milk spent his time on the board working on many issues, including gay rights, before his assassination in November of 1978.
And on that date, or there is a date where we there's a Milk Day, and that's in remembrance of Harvey Milk, because he was assassinated for his activism. That's the Wikipedia page. Sorry, you guys. I want to go back and get that picture. See if I can get one of these pictures up. There it is.
There you go.
It's Harvey Milk. And he was a staunch activist. He stood on what he believed in, and he was essentially murdered for it. And so, yeah.
Yeah, so those are the few, so we're just reading a few of each day, and so that's the handful.
He served in the Navy, you guys. I didn't know that about him. Perfect. That's perfect. I would like to, maybe before we end the year, or not the year, before we end the month, maybe highlight a couple of those individuals who, like Harvey Milk, who were in the beginning of these movements.
Do a little more than just the 2-sentence blurb that we're reading here. So I'll certainly, we've got this article flagged, and we can, certainly go more in depth.
I should make a post about like the first pride flag, because a lot of people don't even know like where it came from.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about that. And go check out Josué's cakes, because there's a lot of really cool pride cakes. They're not just the flags. You've got the different icons represented.
Yeah, I did Marsha P. Johnson.
Yeah, we just talked about her the other day.
And I love that you've given history blurbs, or even discussed what the different flags mean, because not everyone knows.
I've been learning a lot too, because but when I started doing the cakes, I didn't even know that lesbians had a flag until people started requesting, and like, hey, you should do the lesbian one. And I'm like, they have a flag? So I started Googling, and like in these 2 years, I've learned so much about the different flags and like genders and stuff that that I'm in the same community, I didn't even know, because like if you think about it, there's not a lot of representation or education out there, because people don't want to educate, especially kids or anyone. They just prefer to have that
if it's
in
not,
the closet,
if it's
literally.
If it's not a conversation about having straight relationships, then you cannot indoctrinate children into
because like
their
even
sexuality.
Having gay cartoon characters, it's like
I just want to remind everybody too that a majority of especially older individuals in the LGBTQ community were raised by straight, heterosexual, cisgendered parents. So this indoctrination thing doesn't really hold water, because if it did, then they would be straight.
My parents were straight, my sister's a lesbian, and I'm gay.
And a majority like now with technology and such, then there are definitely some people in the LGBTQ community who are giving birth to children, but a majority of children are born to straight people. So just saying,
Exactly.
you made them.
You guys are the one making us. You made me. Deal with it.
You made the people. I believe, and as you guys know, we believe in supporting the human rights agenda. That's our agenda, is that all humans should be treated as human beings. Who gives a fuck who you fucking, unless you're hurting somebody in doing that action? I don't give a fuck. And you're not hurting me in any way, shape, or form. And if you're not hurting anybody else, and it's all consensual and we're all adults here, then we shouldn't have no fucking issues with what's going on in a place that we expect privacy. We expect privacy in places like my bedroom and the bathroom. By the way, I'm just peeing. I'm just peeing. That's all I'm
You don't
doing.
need to know if I'm peeing sitting or if I'm peeing standing up.
Honestly, it's better if you sit down and you can take your time, and it's not.
Oh,
even,
I do it sitting down.
It's not
more
even
comfortable.
emasculating at all. I think it's weird that y'all have to stand up everywhere. I mean, I get it outdoors. I feel you, but just sit down, take a load off for a second. It's just, it's fine.
Go to Twitter. Do something.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. You have been an amazing guest, and we absolutely cannot wait to have you back. We'll definitely invite you back. We'll get our schedules together. I just found I have one more would you rather before we go, because I just looked down and I saw this and I felt like I needed to ask you this question, because again, I already kind of feel like I know the answer, but would you rather wear adult diapers for the rest of your life or never wear underwear again?
Never wear underwear again.
Well, diapers though. I'm lazy sometimes. I don't want to go to the bathroom. I'll use a diaper. I'm kidding now. No.
Can I get some pull-ups over here?
I don't know. They are making sexy ones nowadays.
They
You
do.
know, they
They
look just
do.
like underwear.
You
Yes,
gotta.
they do.
First of all, you gotta, because I've never been pregnant. I've never had a child, but I know a lot of women with children, and that is an after effect of having babies. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you pee yourself. So now I think we made this happen. We started this, and then our millennial brothers and sisters, mostly our sisters, created better designs. But we were like, hold up, damn, we ain't gonna grow old. Like our generation, Gen X is either raggedy as fuck or young as fuck. You like, there's no fucking in between with us. You either rode life too hard or you got through it and you look amazing. And like you used your moisturizer. And so I think we were like, but when I pee when I sneeze, because I have this little brat thing here, right? And so then like our sisters or our whatever who are a little bit younger than us were like, oh well, I design stuff like that, and so they designed better looking pull-ups for us so that we didn't have to have like the saggy bottom. You see the saggy bottom when I'm sorry if this,
I'm gonna have to Google them because I don't think I've seen them.
I'm not shaming anybody, but as a regular thing, I'm very, very self-conscious about what I wear. And like everybody gets older, sometimes your bladder is just like, hey, I'm done here. So like to have something that's still stylish that you can like go out in public. I don't think anybody really wants.
But they said like adult diapers, not the cool poison.
That is an adult, but that is an adult diaper. I feel like not a pad, but like a underwear, like a pull up, like a you know what I'm saying.
They're called poise.
But I
poise
wonder.
In your pants.
Yeah, like if I had to wear like the normal diaper, like first of all, if this is your fetish, no shame. You do you, boo boo. Not my fetish to wear an adult diaper like that looks like a big bulky diaper, right? Not my thing. No. Some people like that shit, but I would have to go with the no underwear. I would have to just like pee on things sometimes. I don't know. Like, make sure you listen. If you go with the no underwear option, just generally speaking,
put plastic down. Have plastic coverage.
You don't have to have but white, literally but clean your ass straight up. Don't be leaving fucking crumbs places. That's gross and nasty.
Bro. Like Hansel and Gretel just leaving crumbs of.
I've read listen, this is what got me addicted to
Bring a seat cover.
To Reddit ridiculousness on Facebook. So I don't go to Reddit for this, but I go to Facebook for this. And there's like somebody who posts like the really good ones. So I don't have to like fucking fumble through that shit. And I, in the beginning, before I like got really addicted to this, now I read it all the time. But there were a couple where they were like, my boyfriend likes to sleep without his underwear on, but he doesn't clean his ass. So there's like shit crumbs in the bed. And then he's got like a hairy ass, he's got the dingleberry thing going on.
No.
And I'm like, listen, this is a fucking deal breaker. You have got, this isn't even a grown man. You gotta have good
hygiene if you're going to be winning.
This isn't even a grown man. This is not even a grown man. He needs to be sent back to his mama because he did not get proper potty training. What in the absolute fuck? Who wants that?
No.
Who's like, ooh, you know what I think is sexy? When you leave them little shit crumbs in the bed. Okay, Amber Heard, calm the fuck down. Like, seriously.
I've had it.
No. Then he should clean the. Wasn't it like a question of he's like, I'm not gonna clean it up either? Like, no, you clean up your own shit
There
crumbs.
were two different ones.
Okay.
One was sitting on public furniture, and the other was leaving crumblets in the bed. Which I imagine
I didn't even think that could be possible. The crumbs.
Because it gets all dry, right? Because they didn't wipe their ass, and then it gets stuck to their little hairs. And then she said, "I'm sorry. Listen, we already gave the trigger warning." Then she said in this article that he like would pick them out, like he would like be back there, like fumbling around with that shit. No, sir. You are not a grown person. That's toddler behavior.
No.
That's some fucking toddler shit. That's not grown man behavior.
Literally.
You can't.
Toddler shit.
It is.
No.
It is absolutely. And I'm going to tell you guys something else. I don't know why you're going to Reddit to ask this fucking question. This is common sense. If somebody shits the bed,
divorce.
That's grounds for divorce. Listen, sounds like a medical emergency, but if you like just picking the shits out of your fucking ass crack and leaving crumbs in the bed, that is grounds for goodbye. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta get the fuck out of here.
Or get a litter box or something.
Or get a litter box. Oh my God. Okay, and then let me just tell you, I'm not hating on y'all. I'm a little bit I am, but I'm not hating on y'all like hardcore. A little bit I am, but these are white cis men, okay? Okay? These are not this isn't anybody else's behavior. You don't have to even tell me that in the article for me to know that. For me to know that, you don't have to tell me in the article. You don't have to tell me in an article for me to know that, because white men don't wash past the leg. Some white women too. Y'all need to wash past all the way down your leg. You take it all the way down, and in the bottoms of your feet, they dirty. Get them. Get between your toes, in the belly button, behind your ears. All that shit has got to be clean. It's a whole body. It's your whole fucking body.
You gotta wash it too. You did the water just running down.
You can't just have the water running the soap down it. You gotta fucking. It's necessary. You need to exfoliate.
This is not a car wash.
It's necessary.
It's the holy water.
Like you need to exfoliate your skin for your healthy skin too, because your skin is always it's always a layer that's ready to and then put some lotion on it. And that's why I look like this. This is why I look like this a little bit. There's
cannabis
mostly
too,
and that also, but y'all know. Y'all know I was an angry youth. So yeah, but to go back to the question, no underwear.
No crumbs.
No underwear, no crumbs.
Yeah, no
go
crumbs.
see a beautiful wax technician. I have recently. Fantastic. Feel great. So make sure you wash your ass if you're going to go with no underwear. And with that, on that note, you guys
to finish.
To wrap this thought up.
Speaking about crumbs, let's not talk about
you guys
crumbs right now.
Be nice to yourselves. Make sure you put your mask on before assisting others. It's very important. Love yourself.
And wash your ass.
wash your ass, cultivate love, bring it to you.
Cultivate
Better
love,
if
not
your ass is
bacteria.
clean.
And wash your ass. And as always, stay lifted, everybody. We'll be back on Monday. Monday is the 20th, but we will be talking about Juneteenth, the meaning behind it, where it began, and why we celebrate it. So join us on Monday. It's just going to be us right now. We don't have any guests. But if you want to be a guest, give us a holler, and we'll schedule you on. We love you guys, and we will see you on Monday.